My name is Alex, and today we're going to talk about how a stupidly simplistic Lego brick game became one of my favorite platforms of all time. How horrid the community has become. And even after all the schlep stuff, there's still a soft spot for it in my heart.
Roblox brings you
Pants.
and pen.
Whoopsie daisy.
The fuck, man? I was just getting into it. You can never do anything right. Anything I ask you to, you always gotta fuck something up.
Alright, I'll just put on another one then. Fucking idiot.
Dynablocks was registered on December 12th, 2003, and only a month and a half later on, January 30th, 2004, they changed it to Roblox. After a bunch of demos and testing, 2.5 years later, Roblox was officially launched on September 1st, 2006. I ended up finding out about this platform in 2016 through my uncle when I was 8. I mean, I wasn't even born yet when the game was released. But at just 8 years old, I was completely fascinated by all the games my uncle was playing on Roblox. He used to play games like Cat and The Mad Murderer, so he made an account for me, and I instantly started exploring. I played around with all the games he used to play, Surf being one of my favorites, but eventually I got a little tired of those games. So I went on the explore page to find something new, and after some looking, I had finally found it. Jailbreak is genuinely one of the best games to ever come out of 2017 Roblox. For almost 9 years at this point, I've never been so hooked into a game. Every second that I played just seemed to get better and better. Such a simple concept of cops and robbers made for the best time any child could ever ask for on a computer. Even though at the time, there wasn't really much to do other than escape, rob the bank, and repeat until you could buy yourself the car you wanted. I was in love with this game. I didn't have a computer growing up, so I would often go to my cousin's house just to play Jailbreak on their laptop. And somehow, I even managed to get them hooked. It was one of those games where more updates just didn't make the game bloated. The developers just managed to add everything perfectly. Not too much, but also not too little. Even to this day, most of my favorite games are open world / action like Jailbreak. Games like GTA 5, Dark Souls, Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. What? The dynamic of Bad CC and Simo was just perfect as a duo. Simo would model amazing looking cars, and Bad CC would add the best driving system any Roblox game has ever had. In my opinion, it was even better than what Vehicle Simulator had. I gotta be careful how I say that, cause SimBuilder might fucking shoot me. Jailbreak went on to break so many records. It was the most played Roblox game ever. The game genuinely refused to leave the #1 spot on the front page, and even broke the world record for the most amount of players in a single game. They were the first ever Roblox game to ever reach 100,000 players at one time, and the second game to reach 1 billion visits, right behind Meep City. It might not look like much compared to today's standards, but in 2017, Roblox only had 48 million monthly active users, compared to today's 150 million. Well, Jailbreak wasn't the only game I played, of course. What, you think I'm some fucking freak? Huh? You think I only play one game? You think I only...
Yo, calm the frick down, man.
You're right. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
It's whatever. Just take a breather or something and go on about whatever you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, actually. I should do that.
How about we blast some beats?
I'd love to, actually. That would be so great.
Alright, check this!
To me, Bubblegum Simulator wasn't only a game. It was an era. An era where I would make the most friends that I'm still actively in touch with to this day, even after 7 years. Friends that would do anything for me, and I'd do anything for them. Back when I first started BGS in 2018, I still didn't have my own computer, though I did have a phone. I had an iPhone 7 that I would just spend hours on, playing BGS. If you've ever played BGS or any game that requires you to be AFK sometimes, you'd know that you need an autoclicker or else you'll get kicked out. But on an iPhone, there is no autoclicker. This was 7 years ago, so there's no auto reconnect, so you just have to press the phone every 20 minutes. And I was doing that while I still had no game passes at all. I was hatching 1 egg every 5 seconds while all my other friends were doing 3 eggs per second. I couldn't really afford it. My family was in a situation where we barely had enough to eat, and definitely didn't have enough money to spend on Roblox, especially while living in a third world country. But that did not stop me at all from enjoying the game for 3 whole years. Very sweet and kind friends that I have made through the community helped me out. My friend Vince, his family, and my friend Diane. They've both helped me out immensely when I didn't have the chance to purchase anything. One time, Vince even gave me a $50 Robux gift card as a Christmas present, all the way back in 2020. It was just so much Robux for me that I genuinely could not spend it all. I spent a small portion of it on BGS and went on to give the rest to my dear friends. Unfortunately, I just happened to get bored with BGS, and I ended up not touching the game until the middle of 2021. But eventually, when I did come back, I played non-stop with my first ever laptop that could barely run Roblox, all the way until the winter update. And if you don't know what happened during the 2021 winter update, they just completely fucking abandoned the game for no reason. If you go play the original game right now, it still remains abandoned to this day, even though they promised a cleanup update over a year ago. But of course, they wouldn't do anything about it. I mean, what did we expect from NER, right? Roblox has changed a lot throughout the years. I mean, I can't really say that they've changed for the better or that the community has gotten any better, but it certainly has changed. A little too much in my opinion. They can't help but add the most useless features and changes into their platform to jerk off the investors. Like for example, changing friends to connections and games to experiences, which is just so absurd to me since most of the player base are just kids. Kids that just want to play games and make friends. They don't want to go into experiences and connect. The world is full of greedy and money-hungry people, just like David Baszucki, who would ignore the safety of the kids on the platform for a little more money. I could honestly make an entire video talking about how horrible Roblox is as a company. Maybe another time I will. But even after all the horrible changes the evil man with the glasses makes, I can't help but feel connected to the platform. One thing is still a constant. The friends that I enjoyed it with are still in my life, and I'm grateful to get to experience that with them. We grew up together through this one connection that is Roblox. We've all grown up, matured, and my great friend Vince even managed to make Roblox his job by becoming a 3D modeler and builder for games that you might have actually played. I'm so proud of how far my friends have come and how far I've come too. I'm no longer in a situation where I can't afford simple purchases like Robux, but even if I was, I know that my friends are there for me if I ever need them. Today, the games that I grew up with still remain on the platform, although not played by many. Well, other than Jailbreak, they're still thriving with over 12,000 players in the game currently. After making a few $100,000 from their newest games, Rumble Studios decided to reboot Bubblegum Simulator, but more profitable this time. I'm definitely guilty of playing that game a lot, and even spending more Robux on that game than I would like to admit. But I have to say, it is a brilliant remake from the devs. They managed to capture the nostalgic feeling of BGS by using the same music, and the wonderful pet models by Silently. It's almost like a window in the past, just like when I was playing BGS on my phone, yet now in a better situation with a computer that can run any Roblox game. No longer being forced to tap on my phone once every 20 minutes. No longer worried if the games I want to play have mobile support or if my phone could run it. I do miss that time though, like a bittersweet moment. I wouldn't want to be in the situation where I was back then, but I do miss how I didn't let it bother me at all. I was still happy. Roblox might be different now, but the memories and friends still follow me, and I couldn't be happier. It's time for the newer generation of players to experience what I did. Maybe even something better than what I had.